circuit diagram. And we know the transistor in previous third experiment also we have done with the transistor Q2N42. This is the transistor. This is NPN transistor. You can see NPN transistor. Arrow mark will tell you. Arrow mark always flows from P side to N side. P side to N side. So this is NPN transistor. We need 4 resistors. We need 4 resistors. So I am putting 4 resistors over here. One resistor I will connect at the output side load. One resistor I will give at the input side source resistance I will try to give. And I want all those resistors maximum in the vertical direction. So select Control R and then drag to the position wherever you want. You drag it and keep. You drag it and keep. So select Control R. Select Control R. And I need capacitors also. If you don't have in this drop down, the left icon is library browser. You can see left of this, it is library browser. And you can type C, capacitor will come. Place, we want one capacitor at the input side, output side, as well as parallel to the RE resistor. I will take one more capacitor. Resistors also you can take from this library browser. The frequently used components will be available in this drop down. Frequently used components. I will take ground, one ground required over here, and I will take one more ground here. And I want one DC voltage, one AC voltage. So VDC, I will connect over here. And then V sinusoidal at the input side I am trying to put sinusoidal. Okay. Now I will connect. After that you will understand how the circuit looks like. I am connecting capacitor and here I am connecting resistor. Default values are available. We will try to change them little later. Here you have to give a node, otherwise if there is no connection the circuit will be different, it will not work. You have to make a node and then this is the way how it was. 4 resistors were there, R1, R2, RC and RL, RE, RC and RE was there. And this capacitor I want in the vertical direction, select and Control R, place it parallel to the resistor. Just drag it parallel to the resistor. This resistor I want vertically, so just connect it. This capacitor in the parallel direction to resistor. The value 1 nano is written. We will try to change the value. The resistor output side, these are extra components I am putting, which was not there in the circuit. I will show you the circuit once again. And here what I will do, I will just rotate it. I am connecting positive of this VDC to the circuit. This is called DC supply for the circuit, DC supply for the circuit. You can see what all the things I have done. We are having a transistor. I have connected R1, R2, this is RC, collector terminal resistance. RC is collector terminal resistance, RC, RE. So 4 resistors I have to connect. I have a transistor, NPN transistor. This is R1, R2, RC, RE resistor. And after that, I have at the input side one capacitor. And here parallel to RE, one capacitor is there. So I have taken one input side capacitor and parallel to RE, one capacitor I have connected in parallel. And additionally, I have put this RS, source resistance. I have put this RS additionally, and this output capacitor and RL, load resistor, I have put additionally. This is coupling capacitor. Name of this output capacitor is coupling capacitor, and the name of this is resistance, load resistance. And you see the input sinusoidal waveform is there. So I have taken V sine, and this VCC, DC supply, this is AC input, and this is DC supply VCC. And if you see here, this is the VCC, and this is the AC. This is the AC. So slowly I will give the values. For the AC, what I will do, double click on that. DC, you give a value 0. V of also, you give a value 0. V of, you give a value 0. And this AC, 100 millivolts or 0.1 volt. 0.1 volt or 100 millivolts. Any value you can just give. And V amplitude also give the same value. AC I have given, sorry, 0.1 volt I have given for AC. I explained the same. But V of I have given 0. It was overwritten in the previous step. It is 0. V of 0. V amplitude also same value, 0.1 volt. Otherwise 100 millivolts. Anything you can type there. 100 millivolts or 0.1 volts. Frequency, I am giving 1 kilohertz frequency. These are the settings I am doing. You can just see what are the things I have given for input. DC 0, V of 0. AC 0.1 volt. V amplitude also 0.1 volt. Frequency 1K. Frequency 1K. These are the settings I have done. And this DC supply, you can just give it 12 volts or 15 volts, anything as you like. I will give 15 volts I am giving. Next, I will come to resistances. The R1 value I am giving 10K. R1 value I am giving 10K. And then R2 value I am giving 5K. R2 value I will give 5K. And RC value I will retain 1K. R4, this is RE. R4 or RE, you can keep changing the names. Okay, for better understanding, you can also change the representation names. So here the name is there, R4. Here you can change it RE. RE. Okay, so it will be good for remembering. RE, I am giving the name. I have to give RE. Save. You can change the name like that. You try. Then the output side resistance, I'm going to give 10K. Output side resistance, I will give 10K. And all the capacitances, I will be giving 10 microfarad, 10 U, small u. 10 microfarad I'm going to give. All the capacitor values I'm going to give 10 microfarad. Capacitor value 10 microfarad. This value also 10 microfarad. All the three capacitances I have given 10 microfarad. Okay, all the values I have cleared. And then input side resistance. Input side resistance, I will give a small value, 100 ohms. 100 ohms, that is source resistance. If it is high, input signal will not come into the circuit. That should be very low. Source resistance should be very low. Only then input sinusoidal wave will enter the circuit. If you are putting here high value of resistance, the signal itself will find difficult to enter the circuit. Then the entire operation will be disturbed. Here the ground is not connected actually. You can just connect it with a wire or directly connect. Now the one single stage CE amplifier completed. I want the output at this point. So I am putting a voltage probe here. If you want to measure current, you put current probe here, available current probe. Voltage probe, I want the waveform here, so I am putting voltage probe. And now I am going to analysis, setup, and AC sweep. You can just enable, or automatically it will enable when you go inside and set the values. Decade, select the decade, 101, 10, and I will put gigahertz, up to gigahertz. X-axis, frequency 10 hertz to 1 gigahertz. Mega means 10 power 6, giga means 10 power 9. I am taking x-axis 10 power 1 to 10 power 9. And for every decade, into 10 into 10, 101 points will come. These are the settings I am making. In the AC sweep, you select the decade, and then these three values I am giving the values 101, 10 frequency starting, and the maximum frequency 1 gigahertz. With these things, okay, with these things, I will just simulate the circuit. We will simulate the circuit. Give the name CE amplifier, or I will put single stage CE amplifier. Single continuously, don't give gap. File name also plays major role. If you give some numbering in MATLAB, it will not take file name numbering. Some error will come. Okay, you have to find out. It will not tell directly file name is wrong. Here also, don't give space. Continuously you type whatever you want, file name. If you give space, again that will be providing error sometimes. So we will see the waveform. Yes, waveform is correct. Frequency response. This is the frequency response. X-axis you can see 10 hertz. X-axis you can see 10 hertz to 1 gigahertz. X-axis 10 hertz frequency to 1 gigahertz frequency. And you can see the maximum value voltage, okay. Above, this is 6, and after 2 divisions, this is 7. This is 6.7 something. The maximum voltage is 6.7. This is in the case of single stage CE amplifier. This is in the case of single stage CE amplifier. Okay. We got 6.7 volts. The maximum in the waveform, we got 6.7 volts.